What's up, guys? It is a beautiful Tuesday here in the lovely state of Michigan. It is still kind of cold. It says 46, but the wind chill is just killing it right now. First day of spring was it's either today or it was yesterday. I don't really know. I don't really care. When you take pre-workout, you kind of get what I'm saying. It's just like, you know, I should have started training like 20 minutes ago and I didn't, and I've been sitting around. Now I'm like, ugh. Quite a few days since I've been in the gym. I've either been busy or I was recently sick. Some crappy sickness that's been going around, so I'm kind of feeling a little bit better today, or at least mostly better. I kind of feel it kind of flushing itself out at this point, but it's not completely gone. But we're gonna go sweat it out, figure, and then right after that we're gonna jump right into our two-wheel Tuesday, and we're back. It is over. Got a good workout in, that's for sure. Feel pretty good about it. But let's get right into this two-wheel Tuesday. Pretty simple topic today. Now, many avid riders usually will try to do some sort of track day. A lot of the guys that I used to ride with back when I had my bike, or whichever one of them I did have, you know, used to go and do track days. And I'm not really 100% sure on exactly how the track was more or less laid out. I have been on a track before in a car, never on a bike, but in a car. And my whole thing with track days is I really want to do more. Like I want to start getting into doing track days on a regular. I don't necessarily want to have like my daily bike as my track bike. I would eventually like to get something and do the full race plastics, and you know, make sure it always has stickies on it and get it set up properly for the track. That would be like my ideal situation, because I would love to also do this with cars. You know, I've done autocross and stuff like that. It's really fun and I love it. I love racing. But the one thing I have learned about myself is I start to get in the groove, really find a good line and really start to push it, and then I start forgetting corners. I don't know why. I could be 5-6 laps in. The corners haven't changed, but yet somehow I forget them. And which, if anybody's been on a track before, they know you don't want to forget a corner. You forget a corner that you think is a long swooping right, and it's actually like a, you know, hairpin turn. You know, that gets real dicey real quick. So that's the only reason why I haven't really tracked literally anything since then. But I've never been on a track with a bike, and particularly for that reason, because it's a little bit more dangerous to lose a corner on a bike than it is in a car, depending on the situation. So it's just in that, and I've always pushed a bike a lot harder than I've ever really pushed a car. I've always been more comfortable really pushing a bike to its limits, whereas when it comes to cars, like I'll get just about there, but I won't see exactly what it can do, kind of thing, if you understand what I'm saying. Like I said, I would love to get into doing track days, get a bike. Obviously my daily will have to be the track bike for now, until we can, you know, get enough funds together to finance, you know, not actually finance, but, you know, get the funds to where I can actually get another bike that I can actually do like legit setup on. The only other thing about that is too, though, is I don't like going right. And that might sound a little funny when I say it, but I really don't. And I think it's because the right is my throttle hand, and I don't like leaning into my throttle hand. That's the only thing I can think of, but it feels weird going knee down on my right side. Knee down on the left side, not a problem. Feels exactly like that is what's supposed to happen, and everything's fine. Going knee down on my left side, not a problem at all. But for some reason, going knee down on my right side feels very awkward. And I did it all the time. And it's mostly because back when I was younger, and I had my bike for not a long period of time, but I was getting the chicken strips. Yes, I was getting chicken strips, but my chicken strips were about that much of the side of the tire. So I was there, I just wasn't there, and that was part of the reason. Is there's just something weird about getting low on my right side. And again, I think that's because it's my throttle hand, and I don't know if, I guess the way my body leans into it, I feel like I'm pulling my hand away from the hand. I don't know. I've never really pinpointed exactly what it is. I will go knee down on the right side, no problem. I don't have a problem with it. It's just I'm not 100% like cool with it when I do it. And obviously that's not going to change on the track. It's not going to make me feel any better about it. I've spent many years constantly making sure I get lower and lower, even on just normal turns. I'd go as low as I could on my right side. I thought maybe it was just, my brain needed to work it out, kind of. Kind of like how you can teach yourself to write, if you're right-handed, you can teach yourself to write with your left hand if you just do it for a period of time. Yeah, that didn't work. It doesn't make me feel any more comfortable the more I do it. So I guess that's another reason why I really haven't tracked a bike, because the worry with that is I'm trying to go low when I don't feel comfortable going low, and I'm trying to go as fast as I can because I'm on a track. And that all seems like a really bad situation. But again, I've never been on a track on a bike. And obviously that's not going to change on the track. It's not going to make me feel any better about it. I've spent many years constantly making sure I get lower and lower, even on just normal turns. I'd go as low as I could on my right side. I thought maybe it was just, my brain needed to work it out, kind of. Kind of like how you can teach yourself to write, if you're right-handed, you can teach yourself to write with your left hand if you just do it for a period of time. Yeah, that didn't work. It doesn't make me feel any more comfortable the more I do it. So I guess that's another reason why I really haven't tracked a bike, because the worry with that is I'm trying to go low when I don't feel comfortable going low, and I'm trying to go as fast as I can because I'm on a track. And that all seems like a really bad situation. But again, I've never been on a track on a bike. But I'm just curious, if you're watching this and you've done track days on a bike, how do you feel about it? And if you've been on tracks, I've seen some people who have done track days, but I mean, do they let you really rip? I know that there are specific areas on the track where you can only pass in like certain areas. It's for the safety of other riders and stuff like that. But I know that you can hammer it on the straights, but I want to really, really get into it, especially like in the corners and stuff. And I just don't know. I don't know how all that works, I guess. And I haven't done a whole lot of research into it. A, I don't have a bike right now, and B, I'm, again, not really sure how I'm going to feel about it once I actually do it. So leave a comment below. Let me know if you've done a track day on a motorcycle, how did it go for you? What was it like your first time on the track? That's what I really want to know. And if I do track days, is that something that you guys would like to see on the channel? Because obviously I can film it, but some people don't like just watching you kind of go around the track. And I think the onboard view doesn't really do the speed justice most of the time. And I don't know if they'll let somebody film like in different areas of the track. We'll figure that all out. That's a bridge we'll cross when we come to it. But let me know in the comments. But just like that, guys, this video is going to be over because pretty short one today, pretty simple, quick and dirty. And if you're stopping in for the first time, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit that like button. And until next time, guys, deuces.